What's up, guys? It's Oblivious Gamer here, and well, this is just a short video. It was a pretty slow week for me, not much to talk about, but there was actually seems like a small, event that was kind of like live stream in Japan with regards to Bleach Rebirth of Souls. So for all of you guys that are just refreshing some stuff, Bleach Rebirth of Souls is the upcoming, no other way of describing it for now, arena fighter from Bleach. It's the first Bleach game in a long time. It's supposed to come out sometime in the future, and well, it seems there was this event that was stream where some of the voice actors for Bleach and even Tite Kubo were given the chance to play the game, and they were playing it live. So a lot of people got to actually see matches, how the pacing will go, how everything is going to look. And just giving the controller to a normal person, it's not like a trailer that was cut and shaped in a way to present it. Because a lot of the trailers that we've been getting are very short. I always mention already this, the fighting game, trailers, it follows that style where it's let's do it a minute and 30. Give 50 seconds of gameplay just to hype them up, and that's it. This is a 25-minute footage that's out there, and it's a lot of people have probably talked about it. You probably will be able to easily find this. Now, looking at some of the gameplay, I would say visually, I think it looks fine. I think it looks really good. The presentation of the game, how the characters look, the character models, it looks really well. I don't see too much bad. However, during the combat and the flow of the game, it does seem like there's a lot of mechanics. It does seem there's a lot of different combos that the characters are going to be able to do. Now, the thing with the game is it does have a decent amount of mechanics. You do have a decent amount of different bars. Maybe characters don't necessarily have to have very intricate combo routes or very intricate cancel combo routes. But you can also rely on to make your game a bit more complex. The mechanics that are built in, which we see here in this game. The game has reversal, has EX bars, there is a lot going on. So I think that's fine if the game ends up relying on it, and I think a lot of the fun that what I can see is coming from that. Now, an interesting thing with the game is it seems there's no rounds. Usually fighting games tend to have, you have your first round, and then, up to 3 rounds, depending on who wins, best of 3. But in this game, it seems it's not going to work that way. It seems it's going to be, both of you guys starts with 9 health bars, or so you have your rage gauge, which is your health bar. What moves or what abilities your opponent use, you might be losing those. A big thing that I do see is the announcer gets involved a lot. You're constantly hearing this guy saying some bullshit that he just threw, or soul destruction, and that's fine. I don't know how annoying it might get for people. That's my concern. But overall, at least from what I've seen, now that I get to see something that's not edited, that's not cut, it looks alright. I wasn't necessarily skeptical about the game, but I was always in a situation where I want to see more gameplay. I want to see how the game flows like an actual match. I don't want cut stuff, edited stuff. Because a lot of times, that can be trimmed, that can be arranged to look a lot better or feel a lot better than it actually is. Versus just normal match footage, you can get an idea of the pacing of the game. How is it going to go? Am I hyped? No, I would say I'm alright. I wouldn't say I'm in the hype train for this. It's fine if you're in the hype train. That's fantastic. I'm a huge Bleach fan. I love Bleach. But a big thing for me, especially with Arena Fighters, is I need to try the game. As much as it has a nice visual presentation, there's a lot of animation that looks well done. You get all these cool cutscenes and transitions that make the fights look more cinematic. For me, I need to try the game. I need to play it myself to get an idea of how I would feel the flow. One of the things that, for example, I see, as I said before, a lot of transition, a lot of cinematics. And I think that's fantastic. I think visually it makes the game look a lot more amazing, and it makes you feel that, oh, you're part of like the anime, you're part of the manga. It visually is stunning, it's stylistic. You get a lot of it that's like very stylized. But I was worried that this is a thing where it's like, oh, the first 50 matches, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be like, oh, this is so cool. But then by your 200th match, you're just gonna be annoyed by it. One of the things that I see with fighting games in general is I do see a lot of people complain when fighting games have like very long super animations. And this game has a lot of animations involved, not just for supers, but just in general. And I'm just wondering how the player, how they're gonna feel after seeing those animations more than 100 times in a fight. Like, is it really gonna be something that they're gonna be hyped always, or like enjoying it, or is it gonna be something that's gonna annoy them? Because this is something that like you can cut off. I feel like, for example, I talked about the announcer. If you don't like the announcer, most likely there's probably gonna be an option to just silence him. But this, the way that it's stylized, the way that like cutscenes occur, I don't think you will be able to change that. I think you just have to rock with it. So I would say that is a concern, because I feel the flow of the game is a big importance when playing it. Is the game going to flow well? Do you feel it's like off-putting because there's constant cuts here and there that just takes you out of it? So I think this is a game that, like, for me, I need to play. If I just look at it visually, if I just look at what I've seen, I would be like, oh my god, this looks fantastic. It's great to be a Bleach fan. We got the anime back. We got this game that is looking amazing. Everything is fantastic. But because I am, who I am, I'm like, I need to play this before I know if I like get on the hype train or not. I don't know if they're gonna do a beta or like demo. I hope they do. I think that's gonna be very helpful to get people excited, especially at least, if you want to test their netcode, how is it gonna be? So I'm hoping, but sometimes that thing doesn't happen. So yeah, just wanted to do a brief talk, just give my thoughts. Overall, it's a lot more positive than as the game has been showing more information. We've been seeing more. My impressions has been more positive. So like it's been becoming a lot more. I would say like, oh, this game is looking a lot better than what I initially thought. There's still going to be an aspect of I need to play it, sadly, and that's not everyone. Like I said, if you're hype, be hyped for the game. I'm happy. This looks like it's going to be a blast. There's already like a different amount of characters that they announced, and they all feel very unique. So as long as like characters have unique playstyles, they look fun, the game looks visually amazing, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. So yeah, guys, overall, we'll see. Hopefully, like I said, we get a beta or a demo. Doing that with like Tite Kubo playing at the end as Yoruichi and just managing to beat the voice actor of Ichigo. That was great for him. He's the GOAT. Yoruichi's definitely like, if I get the game, I'll probably be playing a lot of Yoruichi. But yeah, guys, that's all I want to say. As always, so what are your thoughts? This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.